Okay, today we're going to have a look at this John Deere 2010. It's been sitting here in the shed for, I reckon probably 10 years since it was last started, so we'll put a battery in it, check the oils and put a bit of fresh fuel in it and get it started. Okay, here's the 2010. It's been sitting here for quite a while. It's got a fair bit of dust on it. You might see there's another tractor here as well. Not sure whether we'll get that one started today. If you're a John Deere person, you might even have a bit of a clue what that one is. But anyway, we'll work on this 2010 and see where cobwebs everywhere. Let's dip the oil and see what we've got. Yeah, so it's got enough oil in there to get it started. We'll jump up and check the fuel, but we will put a bit of fresh fuel in there. Yeah, so there's not much fuel's down a fair way, so we'll put a bit of fuel in there. Yeah, no water, we'll have to go and get a bit of water to put in there as well. Okay, so this tractor, we used it for quite a few years. It's really just been a yard tractor for a long time. Used to grow tomatoes, and the forklift was used to load tomato bins up onto the semi. It's got an aftermarket power steering on here, which you can see. Runs back here to the power takeoff around the back. Anyway, we can have a bit more of a closer look once we get it out. Linkage isn't operational, hasn't been operational for a long time. This tractor, my father in the 60s was driving it down the road with an implement on the back, and a car came along and snapped that wheel off. I think the bloke who was in the car died, but anyway, that's another story. Needs a good clean. Well, we've got a flat tyre down here, so we'll have to, once we get that fuel in, we'll put a bit of air in that tyre and see if we can get it started. 2010s, I think they must have been made for a colder market. They got glow plugs in them. The glow plugs in this tractor have never really worked in here. So this tractor always needs Aerostar to get it started. That should be enough to get it started. Right, let's put a bit of air in this tyre. So I had this tractor sitting on a jack here, but I think even the jack's gone down. But we'll put this air in and hopefully it'll hold it up long enough for us to get it started. Then all we're going to do is throw the other battery that it's on it on the ground, and we'll put okay, we'll get this new battery on, and now put the old battery. It's been sitting here for years, so it's absolutely dead. So we'll just give these battery terminals a bit of a ream out. sure exactly what year this one is, but it has a positive earth, and it doesn't have a manual fuel pump to pump the fuel up, especially handy when tractors have been sitting for a while to pump the fuel up, but given that it is gravity feed, hopefully there's fuel going to be there ready. Okay, here's the key for the 2010. I think most of the John Deeres in the 60s, maybe even into the early 70s, had the same key. We'll get the key in, match this in park, give it some throttle, get the air cleaner off, and bit of Aerostar ready. Okay. Well, not too bad. Once we got the battery terminals all cleaned up, it started, the hydraulics are working. As I mentioned, it's got this aftermarket power takeoff, power steering running down here to the power takeoff. I've got that turned off just at the moment. It needs a bit of work, it rattles a fair bit, but we'll give it a hose down and see what it looks like in a few minutes. Still look like an old tractor, there's no doubt about that, but hopefully a little bit cleaner than what it is right now. It's been a good old tractor, done a lot of hay with this tractor, a lot of tomato bins, yeah, a lot of yard machinery movement and things like that. In fact, this boom spray over here, 60-foot boom spray, it used to tow that around. We used to spray a couple of thousand acres a year, maybe twice a year, a couple of thousand acres twice a year with this. But really we've been out of farming for 20 years, so everything's just been sitting around going nowhere and just getting older. Anyway, we'll give it a clean up.